Howdy y'all, Stock Warden here back with another video. In today's video we are looking at Palantir Technologies. It's been a couple of weeks since we went over Palantir. As you can see, we were kind of trying to put in a couple of new resistance and bottom lines for Palantir, but they did end up having a pretty heavy sell-off. So that ended up coming from Michael Burry. And he is a big short investor, and he's claiming that Anthropic is going to be better for his portfolio than where Palantir is for what he views. So that ended up shorting a lot. But obviously, as you can see, just from him taking that big short, along with a lot of other people jumping on that bandwagon, it is taken no time at all for Palantir to start going right back to where they were at. So back into the 149 to the 158 range. So, and also all of that comes in very well with everything moving up in the direction that it is because of some of the comments that were made by President Donald Trump. So just on this past Friday, Trump praised Palantir specifically for warfighting capabilities on Truth Social. So that reinforced Palantir's entrenched relationships with the U.S. government, and it showed right at a $10 billion market cap recovery shortly after he had made that Truth Social post. So also another positive note on this, one of the Wedbush analysts, Dan Ives, is also fueling this bullish narrative because he is reiterating a outperform rating and has a $230 price target for Palantir. So, because right now, with a lot of the recent sell-offs, he's saying that they're way overblown, and I believe so as well, with a lot of the news that's been coming through, plus a lot of the market cap and the direction in where Q1 of 26 is going to be coming out. Now, they will be releasing all of their Q1 earning and financial reports on May the 4th. So definitely stay tuned and subscribe. You can even hit that notification bell so then when they release those financials, I'm going to be dropping a video that same day, so then you don't have to miss out on anything Palantir and the direction that they're going to be moving once again for their financials. And also, if there has been any large changes, which I'm pretty sure after some of the things that have happened with this war, I would be very surprised if they did not have a massive increase and influx in revenue over this past first quarter. So that'll also bring in a lot more bulls as well to this stock. So that is also something that we can be talking a lot about, especially now that we have this blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. So that is going to more or less kind of hold everything at a standstill. It doesn't necessarily mean anything for the entire market is concerned because we are still seeing the Dow and the S&P and the Nasdaq continuing to make record highs and to bounce right back to where they were just previously before the war had kicked off in its entirety at the beginning of this year. So, Palantir is still doing great leaps and bounds into all of that. So, but on a little bit more of a simmer note, you also have a different analysis coming from a Greg Moskowitz. He is maintaining Palantir with a outperform as well, but he's lowering his price target from 195 to 185 a share. So, and it kind of seems like the reason for that is because that's more of a short-term analysis than the previous analyzer that is seeing this 230 to come out of Palantir. So, because a lot of times I'll talk about target analysis, and also we'll talk differently about how some are viewing outperforming, buying, underperforming, and things of that nature. They're just about always something different, and they're always focusing on a different type of opinion. So it's always good to kind of take a lot of those news and a lot of those different opinions from these analysts, and to be able to kind of take an average and, have a just thought and opinion of what you believe is going to end up transpiring with Palantir. So, and also, with the market sentiment and the news and things like that that keep coming in, that I will continually be bringing to y'all each and every time something big and juicy comes along. So all of that is really good and pumping up for Palantir. So, now the webcast for Palantir is also going to be coming down on May the 4th as well, to talk about more of their future endeavors and a lot of where they're planning on going. So they also have the live webcast is going to be available at investors.palantir.com if you want to get in on the webcast. And you can also, if you are a shareholder, you can also submit and vote on specific questions by going into saytechnologies.com under Palantir 2026-Q1. So definitely can jump in on that and get a little bit more in depth on where they're going and what their short-term and long-term goals are, and also a little bit on where they're trying to move into. So, because right now they are standing really large in the software industry, so, and they are still absolutely huge in relation to its major competitors in the software AI space. So, because they also still have amazing financial metrics, market positioning, and growth prospects. So, just for an overall investment standpoint, even at today's price target and standpoint, they are still a very, very marketable and profitable stock to get into. So, I mean, the way that they are able to leverage data to be able to drive efficiency across all of its clients' organizations, and they're continuing to improve on it every step of the way, that they're bringing in more and more into the commercial, the residential, and also into the government market, then this stock is not going to go anywhere but to continue going up as it has over the course of the past 2 years. So, I mean, and I say the past 2 years, it's been going up for a long time, but it has went up at an exponential rate over the course of the past 2 years. So, with all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you all for watching the video. This is the Stock Warden, riding off. See y'all come back now, you hear?